On Sunday morning, the stone had been rolled away, the guards had run away from the site, and as we saw when Mary and Peter and Joseph and John came to the tomb, there was no body inside, and they looked at the evidence. Shortly after what we read today, Mary Magdalene came out and said, "I saw him, he's alive." Her singular report turned into multiple parties who said they had seen him alive, which quickly escalated into dozens, and then hundreds of people said, "It's true, we saw him, he is alive." A few weeks after that, in the city of Jerusalem, the very city where Jesus was executed, thousands of Jewish people became followers of Jesus, even though he had already been killed. And the reason why they became followers of Jesus is because the disciples said one message and one message only. The reason why you should follow Jesus is because he's not dead anymore. He is risen. Now, the ancient city of Jerusalem, the walled city of Jerusalem, was less than 1 square mile. This wasn't lost somewhere in a giant city like Chicago or even Milwaukee or even Madison. This is a very small city where anyone could go see the tomb that belonged to Joseph of Arimathea, yet in this very small place, thousands of people became followers of Jesus after the crucifixion because they reached the conclusion that he was alive. This is not years later. This is not decades later where myths can pop up. These are the people who lived through it all, became Christians. From there, they went out into the Roman Empire. The problem was it was illegal to be a Christian. And Christians and the disciples gained nothing for their claim that Jesus was alive. They were arrested, they were tortured, they were imprisoned, and they were executed. And yet, upon execution, none of the eyewitnesses ever once said, "I take it all back." None of them said, "We made it up." All of them said, "We know the one who holds power over death. Your threats cannot hurt us. Go ahead and bring it." And in this environment where there were several waves of persecutions against the church, Christianity didn't just survive in an impossible environment, it thrived and it grew, and more people became Christians because of the message that Jesus rose from death on Easter Sunday, all the way to the point where in the 4th century, Emperor Constantine flipped a switch and said Christianity is no longer illegal. In fact, now it's the official religion of the Roman Empire because so many people had become followers of Jesus, and the only reason they became followers of Jesus was because he rose from death on Easter Sunday.